Welcome to Violet Light Tarot. This is the Gemini reading for the prediction for July 2020. Welcome to all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and of course cross watchers are always welcome. Welcome back. If you're not new to the channel, if you are new to the channel, welcome for the first time. I've got a little bit of a different setup for anybody who's been here before. We are going to do a single reading for the general collective of the Gemini audience. If you are looking for something a little more personalized to you with respect to your own energies or specific question that you're looking to have answered, in the description box below you'll note there's a link to the store where you can purchase an individual reading. Otherwise, I am doing a giveaway, as the thumbnail suggested, for the month of July. So for any of the July prediction videos, if you comment and subscribe to the channel just on the July predictions, you'll be entered in for a personal free reading. It'll be scheduled for around the 15th. I'm cutting off the entry for the contest the 10th of July, and on July 12th I will post a video that lets everybody know who the winner was for the free reading, and the winner and I will work together to find a time, etc. And if you have any specific questions with regard to what you want your free reading to be telling you about. Look forward to seeing your comments below and the subscription to the channel as well. It's always awesome. Today we're going to be doing just the single reading as I mentioned. We're going to have the tarot cards to tell you what your actual sort of message is. We've also got the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle that I just got the other day. Still so excited. We're going to use that as well. It's got healing messages and things to consider for your month as well. The Shadow card, of course, always have to have it as Shadow just to see what may be an underlying issue or concern with regard to your month of July. And also the Energy deck, because who doesn't need to know what their energies are, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. We're going to shuffle on camera. So just setting up here. So Gemini, while I'm getting the cards out, it's going to be 6 cards. Seems to be what's happening here. So we're going to start out with yours as being the Two of Wands in reverse. So that's a good card to start out with. I'm going to go 3 across for your message and then 3 clarifiers underneath. Just because of the spacing I have here, and the message seemed to work best with that kind of energy and with regard to the timing I'm trying to get with the videos as well. I like to spend as much time with you guys as possible, but at the same time, not too much time as far as having the videos be longer than you want to necessarily watch. You've got the Strength card upright as well. There you go. Oop, way too many. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. And so starting the clarifications, for clarifying the Two of Wands in reverse, we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Oh. And clarifying the Strength card, we have the Ace of Cups. And your last tarot card to start you off is going just one. Oh, it wanted to and then it decided, nah, not this time. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands upright as well. And that's going to be clarifying for the Five of Cups in reverse. So what I'm seeing for Gemini for July, it looks like a really, really good start, of course. I mean, Strength card just right in the middle there, absolutely. The Two of Wands upright would usually suggest indecisiveness or be kind of feeling stuck. It's kind of the minor arcana version of the Hangman. But it's being clarified with the Six of Cups in reverse as well. So the Six of Cups upright, it talks about nostalgia, old friends coming back, old lovers coming back, that kind of thing. So it's possible that you were, maybe in June, you were expecting to hear from somebody that you haven't heard from in a while, or wanting to hear from somebody who you haven't heard from in a while. But that message has been delayed, or that just didn't happen. Reversals on the bottom can be both absolute negatives as well as cautionary possibilities. So what I'm seeing, though, is that it's something that whatever it was that you were waiting on, or whatever it was you were thinking about, the nostalgia wasn't really there for you, so you never actually got to be in contact with that person, or you didn't really have those feelings that you were expecting. That could also be that you actually did meet up with somebody, or even got that phone call with that person from your past, and it just really didn't meet with your expectations, as far as you were expecting that nostalgia to come back. You were expecting that sort of old flame to reignite, maybe, even if it was just a friendship, that friendship to sort of rekindle itself. I'm seeing that didn't happen, and that's clarifying why you're now in an unstuck position. So it's possible that you had been waiting for that and really kind of putting yourself on hold. So for those of you that I'm reading that for, I'm seeing that what was happening was you had a falling out with a friend, a breakup of some type that was really kind of holding you in a holding pattern. You were very stuck as far as really wanting to have that connection back again. And when that connection finally has not shown up at this point, July, I'm seeing you're coming out of that holding pattern. You're coming out of that sort of waiting and hoping kind of thing, and you are coming into your own strength, and you're coming into yourself. And I mean, I know that the strength card is more for Leo, but the strength is in your inner strength, and you're really bringing it forward, as it were, bringing out your own version of the Ace of Cups. So this may be an offer that's coming towards you that's really helping you to strengthen that idea that yes, you can move on. So you're really starting to move forward with somebody else. Or you've really talked yourself, you've kind of bolstered yourself up, and you know what? I don't have to wait for that person anymore. They're in the past. That's all done. And you yourself are literally bringing in this strength to maybe offer your own affections or friendship to a new person. Because the Ace of Cups it's talking about a new stage in emotions. So really it's talking about, it could be a new offer coming in, but it can also be a new offer that you're putting forth to someone. So remember that that can go either way. So if you're feeling that moment of, I really like this person, I really want to get to know them, I want to sort of, offer that next step, offer that friendship, offer that, ask them out kind of thing. You don't have to wait for anybody. You never have to wait for anybody. There are literally no rules anymore. There's no etiquette of this person has to ask this person out or anything like that. None of that is even remotely a thing anymore. So if you, in your strength, and in that moment, want to ask somebody out, you absolutely have every right to do so. I can't say they'll say yes. I'm not sure about that. I can't say that for sure. But what I can say is that you have absolutely every right to put yourself out there. And in your strength, you're going to be a lot more confident than you have been lately. And your confidence is going to seep through. You're going to be able to, they're going to be able to see that you are more confident and see that you are sort of in your power, as it were. You've also got the Five of Cups in reverse, which the Five of Cups upright is talking about being sad and, oh no, this past relationship didn't work out, and just really stuck in that energy, which again, being stuck in the reverse, Five of Cups in reverse. So these two are actually talking about the same thing. So you've really become very defensive of yourself. And so what I'm seeing, just the overall, you had been waiting for somebody to come back and they didn't, so you've decided to move forward. With that decision to move forward comes your inner strength and your possible either somebody coming towards you that has been sort of waiting for you maybe to kind of get over this other person, or you finally just going, forget it, I'm going to go after this somebody else who happens to come up. With that inner strength comes you're basically putting yourself in that strength, and it's literally what the 9 of Wands is about, is really defending yourself, defending your heart, as it were, in this instance. And you're telling yourself, really, there's no need to be sitting wallowing and waiting and being unhappy because of somebody who can't get their act together, kind of thing. So you are putting down all those cups. Forget all those cups. Old cups are gone. New cup. New cup is coming in, and you're kicking yourself in the butt and bringing yourself into your own strength. So that's really awesome. I can't wait to see that, Gemini. That is going to be so great. I'm expecting wedding invitations. I'm kidding. One step at a time, right? So we're going to see what your crystal wisdom is for the month of July. I did just get this deck, remember, so I am going to be using the book to discern exactly what the crystal is trying to tell you that comes out. But I couldn't wait any longer to use them. Oh, you've got 2. Yeah, you know what? You've got 2. 2's fine. Let's go with 2. You've got Labradite, which has a number 20 if you're into numbers. And you've also got Eye of the Storm, which is number 48. So let's find out. We've also got, just in case, there's the blue border, which I'm looking at it as being sort of throat chakra, and the green border, which is heart chakra, which works perfectly with both of these because, like I said, you've got your heart, which you're now bolstering up, so you're healing your heart chakra, and you've got your throat chakra just in case you want to be the one to put yourself out there and offer your cup of affection or friendship to somebody else. Okay, so the Labradite first, just because it happens to be the number 20. And what it's telling us is you're an intuitive being with the gift of foresight. I mean, Gemini. Do we not know this already? The veil between the worlds is thin, so you're really coming into your ability to know what's going on. So you're really seeing that you've really come into the fact that you're just like, you know what, I know this person's not coming back, what have you, doesn't matter. And you're actually coming into that new space. There is a divination warning that goes with this card. It says, beware of psychic vampires. Ensure that you do not have a leaky aura. You face a temporary setback, which you have been having the temporary setback already, so I'm thinking this is coming sort of before. But a sudden reversal of fortune is possible. So like I said, you just coming in and just going, you know what? Don't worry about that. That's your reversal right there. All the reversals are on the cards. You want them to be reversed. So we're good to go. There is a healing insight with regard to the Labradite, which says giving your energy away is bad for your health. So remember that you're offering your love and your affection and your friendship, but you're not giving them more than they're giving you. Always remember that it's wonderful to give, but give and receive. Don't just give 110 and let them give you 20 or nothing. Make sure you're getting that reciprocity that you are absolutely deserving of. Establishing an efficient interface with the outside world will protect your well-being. So, again, that's your strength, and that's right there. That's your defense, your self-defense, right there. With regard to 48, though, which is the Eye of the Storm, which I love that, by the way. Yeah, don't get me started. I could be here for a while just looking at the cards. For this one, it says, you may be allowing the challenges and traumas of life to push you off center. So, again, you have been, because you've been waiting on something that's not coming. Granted, you didn't know. Don't put yourself in that space of, I can't believe I wasted all this time. There's no need for that. You were waiting on something that you were hoping for that did not pan out. You are coming into your strength now and coming out of that holding pattern now when you are supposed to. There is no need to ever feel like you are behind in any way, you wasted time in any way. You are on your path that you're supposed to be on, doing the things you're supposed to be doing. And it says stay mindful rather than watchful. So be, you're really in the know of what's going on as well. Don't just watch and wait for other people to do things. Like I said, go ahead and put forth as you will, safely. And also it mentions here, the healing insight for this particular one is you can stay centered and calm no matter what storm rages around you. So that's good to know as well for you. Especially with the duality aspects with Gemini as well. So again, defense, same with both of them, which again, they're both coming out with the same response. So you are keeping in your strength, which is what the card was referring to. Your energies for the month. Yeah. Okay, my fingers haven't shrunk, but for some reason they're not going around the cards as well. It's also a little more humid than we're having a heat wave where I am, and the humidity does not do well with these cards because they're so glossy that they're like literally sticking together a little bit. So this one turned over. So we do have storm warning. Again, storm warning, and you doubled up with Eye of the Storm. But I don't see the storm warning as anything to really be concerned about. It's regarding keeping up with your defense and keeping up with, I think it's an internal storm rather than anything else. And I think that's why I was drawn to let you know to not put yourself down. Don't get into that headspace of, I shouldn't have waited so long. I should have, been further ahead by now. I should have just, been finished with this person when they left the first time. Why did I get out of that? That's your storm warning. That's the headspace that you don't want to be in. You got to get into your strength and get your self-defense for yourself. Get this part of your brain and this part of your heart working so that you bolster your strength, because that's what you need right now. I know it's very hard. Trust me, I am well aware that it's very hard to do that sometimes, especially if you have what I like to call rabbit hole moments. I am well aware of rabbit hole moments. Don't worry. But I really see that with the warning and with the fact that you're watching this, it's putting you sort of in that perspective of, what to look out for. You already know that that's coming, and you know when it's going to happen. You can probably sidestep them, or at least be aware of them, and shorten down the time period that they take place in. Your actual shadow, which can also be with regard to the events as well as your own self. This can be your actual shadow, or underlying maybe a negative concern that you're worrying about at this particular time. Okay. So for you, Gemini, I have atonement. So it's the goddess Skadi, and it's atonement. This is you being very, very careful, as I have been saying, to not feel as though you have to atone for anything. Again, it's all coming together very nicely with your spread today, with the fact that the storm warning is literally warning you about this particular shadow of being in that, again, why did I wait so long? How could I have been, led on so much, or how could I have let myself, whatever it happens to be. You don't have to atone for being yourself. You don't have to atone for loving the way that you do, for meeting people with the energy that you do. As long as you're not physically, physically, emotionally, mentally, etc., as long as you're not hurting people with how you love, you have nothing to atone for. You are a very loving individual, a very caring individual, and you have nothing to atone for in the fact that you thought maybe there was something there that wasn't last time. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly human. That is okay. You are having a really positive July, though, because you do have that strength coming in. You are aware of all of these pitfalls right now, as of this moment. So you know to look out for any kind of atoning thoughts. You know to look out for the storms that come with those kind of thoughts. You are defending your own heart, defending your own mind, keeping yourself guarded in that fact. Don't wall up yourself, but keep yourself guarded in the fact that you're keeping yourself away from things like this and thoughts like this, and bring yourself into that strength so you can come into that new cup however it's coming towards you, whether it's friendship, love, you're providing, or somebody else's. So this is what I have for you, Gemini, for July of 2020. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed spending time with you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Have a really great month. I really, really would like to hear from you. Especially I want to hear about this new cup that's coming. Thank you again. Bye for now.